Good morning, guys. Happy Thursday. Today we're going to be graphing absolute functions, absolute value functions. Okay, so the first function we have is y equals the absolute value of x minus 2 minus 4. Okay, so we're going to take out your graphing calculator. We're going to go to y equals, because that's how we graph on the graphing calculator. Okay. Now, the x minus 2 is in the absolute value brackets. So what we want to do is we're going to hit math, and you're going to have math, number, and probability. You're going to go over to number, and number 1, ABS, that's going to give you your absolute value. So hit number 1. And now you see the brackets where you have the y equals, and we're going to plug in x minus 2. So x minus 2. Now, this minus 4 is outside of the bracket, so we're going to use this arrow button to get us outside of the bracket. So now we only have x minus 2 in the bracket. Now we're going to put minus 4. Okay, so we can graph this, and your absolute value graphs and functions are always going to look like a V. Okay, now we're going to graph this. Remember, to get to our chart, we're going to hit second graph. It brings us to our chart. Now, whenever you're working with absolute value functions, make sure that your x values are always going to be from -3 to +3. Okay, so now we're going to just plot these points. Okay, so I have -3, +2. So I'm going, x is left 3, up 2. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I'm going left 2 and 0. I'm going left 1 and -2. I'm going 0, which I'm not moving left or right. I'm going down 4. And then, because it's absolute value, it's just going to be a mirror image on the other side. I'm going right 1, down 2. Right 2 and 0. And right 3, up 2. And that will give us our V-shaped function, which is the absolute value. Remember to put arrows on the ends of those, because those lines will go on forever. Okay, let's look at the second one. Remember to clear your calculator. You're going to hit, you can go to y equals and hit clear. So now we're going to plug this in. So y equals, remember, go to math. I have to go over to number. And number 1 is my absolute value. So I'll plug that in. Now it gives me my brackets I can plug in. In this case, I'm going to plug in x plus 1. X plus 1. And I can graph that to see what this graph looks like. Okay, to get to my chart, I'm going to hit second